All right, we are back with another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make some chocolate caramel ice cream at home. So, as you see, these are my ingredients. I'm going to start off with vanilla extract. We have some Kerrygold butter. This is by far the best butter, guys. If you haven't tried Kerrygold butter, go ahead and try it. You'll leave the Land O'Lakes and all that other butter alone once you try this. This is the unsalted butter. They also have a salted flavor too. We're using some maple extract, evaporated milk. So this is what I have left over from the last time that I made ice cream. I'm gonna use what I have left and some of this. And we have some half and half, which is half milk, half cream. I was out of heavy whipping cream and this is what I had left. And then we're using brown erythritol sweetener. This is Swerve. This is a replacement of brown sugar, and this is what we're going to use to make the caramel as well as the butter. For those of you who don't know, caramel and brown sugar, butter and brown sugar makes caramel, so we're using this instead of sugar. And then we have the sweetener here, which tastes like sugar. This is monk fruit. And then for chocolate, I got some raw cacao powder. This is really how chocolate is made before you add the milk and the sugar to it. And then we have some Hershey's dark chocolate candy pieces here. I got the zero sugar, the kind that doesn't have sugar or any artificial ingredients. Sweeteners, I should say. And then we have some xanthan gum. This is a stabilizer. I'm just going to use like a pinch of this. What this does is it stabilizes any kind of product that you're making, and it helps it to last longer, and it's going to keep the ice cream from crystallizing on top when it's in the freezer. So if you've made ice cream and you don't use any type of stabilizer, or you don't cover it at the top layer of it with like saran wrap or anything like that, you're gonna find ice crystals on your ice cream the next time that you eat it when you take it out the freezer, and you don't want that. So I'm just gonna use like a pinch of this to keep my ice cream from crystallizing when it's in the freezer. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get out everything, get my mixing bowl, my electric hand mixer, and start putting everything together for you guys so you can see. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these Hershey's candy bars and I'm gonna break them into small pieces. We're gonna actually put these in the ice cream, but I wanna get this out the way first. I'm gonna break these into small pieces, as small as I can, and put them in the bowl and just sit them to the side while we work on the ice cream after that. And this is how the candy look after it's broke into pieces. We're gonna set this to the side for now. We will put this in the ice cream when the ice cream is about halfway or almost done inside of the ice cream maker. And we're gonna start putting ice cream together now. All right, so let's go in with the evaporated milk. So that's about a half a cup. We're gonna add another 1 full cup of, I said half and half, I meant to say evaporated milk. All right, hold on, let me open this other one real quick, and then we're gonna fill this up to the top, which will be 1 cup, and then we need to add another half a cup of it. All right, that's 1 cup of evaporated milk. We're gonna add this to our bowl. Then we're gonna add another half of a cup. Now we're gonna add a half cup of half and half, or actually a full cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm making a mess. All right, I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients. I need to clean my mess up real quick. We'll be right back. All right, now it's time to add in 2 teaspoons of maple and then three to 4 teaspoons of vanilla. So, excuse me, we'll go ahead and we're gonna add that right now. All right, we got the vanilla and the maple extracts in here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some butter and then we're gonna add our erythritol here, our brown sugar replacement here. So I'm gonna use probably about a third of this. I'm not gonna quite use half, and I need more than a quarter for sure. So we're gonna use these two to make our caramel mixture, our caramel syrup to go actually in here. All right, so there's our butter. We're gonna add 3 teaspoons of the brown swerve into here. We're gonna heat it up for about 45 seconds to a minute in the microwave and take it out and stir it. We should have a good caramel syrup at that point. We're gonna stir it and then kind of sit it to the side and then pour it into our ice cream when we're ready. All right, there's our brown swerve, and then we'll put it in the microwave. All right, so we got 2 teaspoons of the raw cacao in here. Then we're gonna come back and add our caramel syrup, and then we will add the sweetener, the monk fruit, and then we'll add just a little bit of the xanthan gum to it, and then blend it all together so we can go ahead and put it inside of the ice cream maker. Look at that. That is your caramel at home. So I just did a taste test to make sure it was right, which it is. If you had this, you couldn't even tell there's no sugar in this whatsoever. That's just how good it is. I made it just right. So we're gonna put this in the ice cream mixture along with everything else. All right, that is 12 teaspoons of the monk fruit all natural sweetener. Then we're gonna go in with a pinch of xanthan gum. All right, that's the xanthan gum, and we're gonna mix this, and it is ready to put in the ice cream maker so we can start making ice cream. All right, it's all mixed together, blended. I'm gonna taste it and make sure I don't need anything else. Make sure it's just right. Yeah, that's good. That is good. All right, it's time to pour it in the freezer bowl so we can put it in the ice cream maker. We're gonna make it. Should take maybe about 45 to 60 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. All right, it's been almost 22 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pause it because the ice cream is starting to thicken now. We're gonna remove the top. As you see how thick it's getting compared to how it started. And we're gonna pour in the pieces of chocolate candy in here. And then we're done. We're just gonna put the top back. And we're gonna start it back. All right, the ice cream is ready. It is done. So the ice cream was churning for 52 minutes. We're gonna take the top off and check it out. Let me actually get a scoop. And I'm gonna scoop out a little bit to eat. But this is the thickness, the firmness that I like. And that's good enough. Look at that. All right. So I'm actually going to put the top back on here. And I want to keep this cool for a bit. I'm going to eat my ice cream. And then once I'm done with my ice cream, then I'll put it up. I'll let it freeze overnight. It'll be hard as a rock. It'll be frozen tomorrow. And then tomorrow all I got to do is just take it out and let it let it thaw out for a few minutes. And it'll be ready to eat tomorrow. But let me go ahead and try this out. As you can see, the small, tiny chunks of candies in the ice cream. Look at that. Let's go ahead and try this out. Yeah, this is good. And the candy complements the ice cream. It's not too sweet. It's just right. I would say this is similar to a Blizzard that you would get from like Dairy Queen. This is very close to like a Blizzard. Except this don't have all the sugar that the Blizzards have and the different additives that they put in ice cream. Yeah, this is definitely good. I probably would want a little bit more chocolate, but I mean, this is not bad at all. This is really good. Anyway, thanks for spending some time with me. Thanks for joining in, tuning in. I will have the ingredients in the description of the video if you want to give this recipe a try. I can't stop eating this. This is how good this is.